Deborah Borchardt, and this is your midday market update. Well, all the indices are down right now. Not down terribly, but still down. We got the Dow down about 23 points, and the S&P down about 4, and the NASDAQ, well, it's down about 8. Of course, if you're watching TV, we've got this whole Kathleen Sabella's conversation going on in Washington about the healthcare website and its failures. But what we really want to talk about also today is the conflicting economic news we're getting out. We've got GM that's coming out saying great auto sales, Silverado trucks blowing out the door, and those are not cheap. And yet we have ADP come out with the jobs numbers, and it was nothing to set the world on fire. Joining me now is Ben Willis from Albert Fried. So Ben, it's hard to make heads or tails of this because on the one hand, people are buying $30,000 and $40,000 trucks at a very fast clip, but we're not adding jobs.
The jobs number we saw was below expectations. It was below trends. That's the thing that's a little disturbing about a market that continues to close at new highs every day, that the fundamentals, now markets don't have to trade on fundamentals, I know, but the fundamentals of why people have been buying this market are starting to look very soft, and that's the disconcerting part. This market's had a great run, and it makes me very nervous, the fact that we're staying here when the numbers you see, like the ADP number at 125 or the 133, the expectation was for a higher number. There was a downward revision in the previous month. So the job growth was in the larger companies rather than the smaller firms, but you know, you can make an argument both sides. It's a little difficult to make an argument on an S&P up 24% in a year with those kind of economic data.
Well, and of course, we've got the Federal Reserve coming out later today. You know, they are not going to change anything they're doing because they want this economy to be blowing gangbusters, and it's just not.
No, it's not. And, you know, the fact of the matter is there is a school of thought, somebody out of Deutsche Bank actually putting into words something I've been wondering about. It's not a probability, but there is a possibility that you may see the Fed surprise with a taper announcement. Now, I was in the camp, just so everybody knows, I was in the camp way ahead of most people saying they were going to taper last month. And I still have egg on my face from that, as a lot of colleagues do at this point. But they did great damage to the credibility. They'll need to do something to get that credibility back. But the economic data, that if it's truly driven by data, it's certainly very weak and would suggest that tapering is not coming out of this meeting.
All right, well, there you have it. Overall, we may have some companies that are having great quarters, but overall the trend is not that bullish as far as the companies and their performance. That's Ben Willis, and I'm Deborah Borchardt for The Street.